Pozo Training Diaries episode 4 is finally coming at you. The competition is starting tomorrow. So yeah, we're a little bit late with this. I'm going to be struggling today. Not the best preparations for the competition, but it doesn't matter because the competition looks like it's going to go off. More of that in a minute. What we're firstly going to concentrate on is the top two. I think both of them are the only people to win it in the last 10 years or something like that. Obviously, Victor Fernandez, Koster. How have they been training? Well, yeah, look at this. The South Swell. We don't get that very often in the summer here, or not with this size. And we've had South Swell the last few days, and some of the beaches around here have been going off. Just 2 miles up the road, this was happening. Yeah, absolutely crazy. Literally, well, we went up there the other day. Mark Parry gave me a lift up there. We went up in the van. It's like literally 2 miles away. Got down the beach, and there's this just little point, sort of reefy break. There was a few surfers out, and it was just pure down the line. It was pretty windy, like 3, 4, but absolutely flat as a pancake, and you could just hammer some turns in. Just to give you an idea of where Pozo is just down there. So you can see the sailors in the distance. And this is, like I say, 2 miles up the road. And this is actually usually where like Pozo Wins actually does their lessons because it's so flat. And yes, I did say Pozo Wins, and they are still supporting the Diaries. Yeah, this is where they teach. So if you want to have lessons, you think Pozo is just about, full-on action in Pozo. You can bring the better half, man or woman or kids, and they can come up with Pozo Wins to this beach here, and they can actually do lessons and all that. Pozo Wins can sort you out, like I said. You know the drill. Get on the website, and they will sort everything out. But like I say, this beach transforms with this South Swell. Apparently it happens 1 to 2 times a year, and this is why I actually missed Koster when I got there. He was just leaving. I got this clip. Someone sent me this clip of this huge aerial where he bails, but he was having it by all accounts in the morning. We got there for the afternoon session. When we were there, Victor Fernandez was out. I filmed him for a bit, and he was looking nice, like little tabletop off the lip, and just looking really flowing. Rumour is he had a bad back, but he seemed to be sailing all right. And then, obviously, I went out there. I had to borrow a board off Mark Parry. I was actually filming for a bit, and I was like, I've got to go out. So I borrowed Mark's board. It's kind of our new sim-style prototype board, and the thing was just turning like a on rails. I was quite excited by that board, so I'm looking forward to that coming out. Obviously, Mark was out. Ponds, and then we had all the kids as well, like the Pozo Wind kids were out there ripping, giving off some moves. Yeah, then after that day, that's kind of up by Aranaga, the down south, so 2 miles probably again south of Pozo, was working the next morning. I turned on Facebook to see our teammate Pons Casanovas. Where's the phone call, mate? Where's the phone call? No, he was ripping it up, and apparently it was nice. Victor Fernandez went down in the afternoon, and he sent me some stuff as well. So, yeah, I mean, that's a different beach, different sort of wave, but looked really fun. Apparently, again, Koster was there in the morning. So the top two have been... Oh, yeah, I've got to show you this. Victor sent me this. This is one of his, younger sort of proteges from where he is at home, and he sort of looks after him over here, and he was giving him a bit of lessons of how to get out, and you can hear him in the background shout, yeah, go, go! Dale, rápido! As the set goes, and then, Jose's in the water, and he's swimming out, and then he's not getting very far, and there's a set coming in. Victor's like, oi, swim! And he just makes it over the little bit of swell. You watch where this wave breaks, and the rocks, they're just moving all over the place. Yeah, see, it's nasty. I heard a few broken masts and a bit of broken kit. It's not as easy, I think, sailing as the Aranaga, but that's Juan Grande down below. So anyway, interesting stuff. What we got to move on to, though, we got to move on to the competition. Look at the forecast. Yeah, we are going to have all-time Pozo. This is looking like 50 knot style stuff, so really small sails, absolutely max. Maybe the windiest we've had it since we've been here. Like I said, we've seen the top 2 training in the South Swell. They don't seem too bothered. And again, I think you've got to be happy in yourself when you're competing and having those down the line days. That's what windsurfers live for. You know what I mean? I love to see the jumping, but in terms of personal feel and just feeling, you know, a wave under your feet, there's nothing better than that. But it is going to be windy. So this whole competition, well, there's going to be a few guys into it. I've been here, obviously, for a couple of weeks now, 3 weeks, watching everyone sailing. And you've got to say, the moves of this year, and they've been like this for a while, but you've got to have the stall double.
Double. Stall double it up.
Whoa!
Sick, ready? Soft.
Oh. Oh. And you've got to have the push forward.
Oh, fucking perfect.
Well, that's what I think you've got to have. Because of the forecast we've got coming, it's windy and there's waves. We haven't had that for a few years. And I think people have got away with not having to push forward in their bag of tricks. But again, now the stall double has been added by quite a few people, as you've seen there. I mean, we've got what? Pons, Danny Bruce has done one before. We've got Brazinho, Swift, and obviously Koster. Has Victor got the stall double? I've never quite seen him do a proper stall double. I haven't really seen him do many push forwards. I saw him a few years back. He's a little bit injured. I think Victor Fernandez is under pressure this year. He's under pressure. But he does have one thing going for him. He's obviously now sponsored by DuoTone. Yeah. You're probably thinking, well, how does that link, Ben? Why does that make a difference? Well, you've obviously never heard of DuoTone balls.
Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about DuoTone balls. Have you heard of them before? I wonder. This is what they look like. Okay. So DuoTone balls are 2 plastic balls, obviously here, and they're actually worn inside the...
Yes! And I saw an empty packet in his van the other day. I think they were the leopard print ones. Yes, exactly. What do you do with these? Well, yeah, just plop them in, and then you've got to go. Push forward, stall doubles. Apparently all the boys are using them. Apparently a few, well, I'm not going to say about the girls. We don't know. But DuoTone balls are going to be hitting the market pretty soon. I think Victor Fernandez has the prototype ones. Like I say, he's been messing around with the leopard. There's a few different ones he's been messing around with. But this could be the difference, people. This could be the difference. Yes, it could. Yes, it could. And talking of balls, well, we might be seeing Antwon Martin titoon little Antwon's balls pretty soon, because he made a bet with me and Mark Paré the other day.
Okay, I'm gonna go for a double push loop first ramp. It's flat. I know.
Flat.
But if I do this, Mark's gonna go naked in the water.
What are you doing? Are you filming me?
Did you hear me?
What did you say?
I'm gonna go for a double push loop first ramp.
No,
If
what
I
are you gonna
do,
that's because of the wetsuit.
yo, if I do, you go like naked, first round forward.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah? That's
And
the
if
target.
you don't?
Well, if I
Then-
don't,
Then you have to do stall forward naked. That's what
okay.
you have to do. That's what you have to do.
Okay, at least it's like.
There's a lot of nakedness going on.
So, but just try, huh? Try double push loop. I didn't say land.
Just try.
Okay, just try it. Yeah, I'm on it.
How did he get on? A bit like this.
You're the one that has to shake, right? Now you can find it at least.
Yes, not so good, not so good. I got to be honest, he did try one after about 5 or 6 runs, but I missed it. I just stopped filming because I thought, well, he's not going to do it. The conditions are rubbish. So I was impressed that he actually went for one. And then as I was still walking, I thought I'd stop and film him again. And he did bail another one, and the bail was pretty nasty. So he did go for it, but a bet's a bet, Antwon. A bet's a bet. We're waiting for the video here at Windsurfing.TV, mate. I mean, I'm not waiting for it, but, you know, we'll have to cover your bits up, maybe. But he's got the padded suit. So, you know, with this padded suit, with the nakedness, it's going to be painful. It's going to be painful. Yeah, but let's just hope he doesn't do it in the competition. Yeah, for sure. And talking about the competition, well, we've had a few competitors, let's say, trying to enhance their chances of doing well by taking out the opposition. Yes, we have. First up, Adam Lewis. Yeah, he's been here for a bit. He's been sailing pretty good. He's actually had some frigging good double days, but I've been sailing at the time, so I got him doing a few ropey ones, but he did click the other day. He's been looking good, but like I said, he's been trying to take out the opposition. Just check out this 360. Oh, literally, I think it's Merino in the water over his head. Just check where the fins go. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't think he even knew about it at the time. I was watching the video back. I'm like, Lewis, did you just... Yeah, nasty. Logan, you know, random ripper of the week. We showed him last week. First run, double. Yes. Look at Brasinho, though. If that double had gone wrong or he'd had to bail like Ricardo Campello style from the bunker the other day, Brasinho might have been wearing that rig. Yeah, it's close. There's a few guys, but there's also guys, you know, they've been trying to take out the opposition, but there's also been guys who have actually just taking out themselves. The Japanese crew, they have been pushing so hard. I can't give these guys enough credit. Broken boards, as we saw last week. He's had that repaired. He's back on the water, been pushing hard. They've been going for some doubles. Takuma, I seen him bail on the other day, looked pretty nasty. Takara caught the end of like a double. He did do one good one, actually. He's only 16 years old, did a good one. And then I missed his mast plant one. Yeah, that didn't end quite so well. Snap mast. He planted it like a pole vault on the second, and he ended up having to come over the bunker. But as always, the Japanese crew are smiling. Those boys are just keen beans. They're on the water more than anyone. And you've got to say, they are sailing good. I've seen him, he's been training the goiter, Takara, or Japanese Muso, as we call him here in the Diaries. He's been training hard on the goiter. He's had a few ropey ones. Yeah, there's a few that haven't gone well, but we did get this the other day. Oh, go on. Yeah, exactly. So we've got to give them a round of applause. That, like I say, the Japanese crew are pushing. Really, really good to see those guys coming through. And that junior comp this next week is going to be interesting. I think it's got the biggest entry ever. It's over 40 competitors in it. So, unfortunately, though, this bloke won't be taking part. Yeah, Henry. He was sailing good, actually. I've been watching him getting some nice forwards, some push loops. And then I got to the beach yesterday to hear that someone had gone to the hospital. Unfortunately, Henry, I saw on his Instagram this picture, and I was like, oh my God, that looks nasty. That looks really nasty. I spoke to him last night, though. It's not as nasty as we first thought. He's cracked all the way through, but the bone's still in place, apparently, and it shouldn't be such a complicated one to heal up, and it's all looking okay. He's obviously on crutches and cast and whatever, but he should be back on the water. Also, yeah, we've got to mention our fellow friend who we saw limping up the beach last week. Yeah, he didn't think it was too bad, he told me. Sent me this picture. The hospital said it's pretty bad. I don't know the extent of it, but that doesn't look good. Full cast on it, or full wrapped up. We've also had Mark Paré. Like I said, he hurt himself the other day on the down the line day, and he hurt his leg, and he was limping around. I was thinking, oh no, this isn't good. But in the end, it turned out Mark Parry was more like this dog. Yeah. Oh, me leg. Oh, yeah, totally fine. Don't worry, I'm all good. Let's go sailing. I'm like, what? It's not that bad. But they've also, you've got to say, there's like a buzz around the beach about concussion because people have been really hurting themselves here, especially Robby Swift. He was coughing up blood the other day, Swifty. I mean, I know that feeling, those bad sort of double crashes or push forward crashes. So, and there's a lot of people with headaches. I know Leon's had struggle with headaches after a couple of big bad crashes. Swift is saying, Brazinho. Also heard Ariane Alcus, she's been struggling a bit, so she's not been on the water. And that leads us onto the women, girls. I was going to call them girls, but we'll call them boys and girls, women, men, whatever. We're talking about the women now, and we're talking about competition, because like I say, a few of them have been pushing hard in the training, but we've got to talk about the queen of Pozo, Dider Moreno. She's won this competition more than any other woman. I can't imagine anyone beating the stats that she's got. I think she's only lost once to a buyer. She's not leading the tour at the moment. Obviously, the women have already had one event in Morocco. Dider finished third, so she's got a bit of work to do, but this is her place. You know, she's got those one-handed back loops, just looks so relaxed. She's got the tweaked push loops. We've seen her do 360s here before, shackers. She has got a load of moves, and you would expect her to be right up in that top spot, but she's going to be pushed hard. The leader of the tour at the moment, you know, women's world champion. She's won it a lot of times in the last few years now, Ibaya, and she won that first event in Morocco. And she's been out training as well, and I've seen her going for a few tweak pushes. She has got some back loops nailed. Obviously, she's got the push loop, and she's got her devastating wave ride. That's where she comes from. That's where she scores a lot of her points on the wave ride. She's obviously got a SUP background and surfing background, and they two are definitely the two to watch out for. But, and there is a big but, I've been here for 3 weeks, and I've seen Sarah Keita training super hard. Unfortunately, a lot of the time I was on the water, when she was on the water, tweak push loops, they are down. I'm telling you, I've seen her pull a lot. I've got a few videos, not her best ones maybe, but she has got that move down, and that is going to edge her closer to the twins for sure. Her back loops, they are much more consistent this year, and she's obviously got a powerful wave ride. She's got that freestyle background. Will we see the shackers? Will we see those shove-its? I'm sure we will. It's going to be very interesting, this competition. And obviously, we've got to mention it. Equal prize money, men and women. Gran Canaria government have stepped up, said, we're not having it. We're having equal prize money. Men and women are equal. There is a few less women here at this event, I will say that. So they're laughing. But I think that's good. We've had the biggest turnout, I think, in the women's fleet. I'm pretty sure of it. We've got, you know, a lot of the girls who maybe haven't been on the tour for a bit. You know, Steffi Val's missed a few events. She's coming back. I've heard rumours of this. Uda, freestyle background, she's going to enter and stuff. We've also got, you know, the tour regulars. Lena Erpenstein, she was in Morocco, right up there. I think in 4th place. I haven't seen her this week. I think she's been back home in Germany, but obviously she'd be pushing hard. Justina Schnally coming back, obviously Polish, but living over in Australia. And she's added the push loop to her jumping repertoire. So she's got the back loop, she's got the forward, obviously, added the push loop in, and she's obviously got some sneaky wave rides. So Justina Schnally is going to be definitely one to watch. And I'm going to call it Micah Hooverman. Yeah, I've seen her a little bit on the water. Obviously, big freestyle background. She's been pushing super hard in the freestyle, second in the world. And I saw her land a pretty tasty back loop the other day. Only filming her for like 10, 20 minutes, and she landed a back loop, good height on that thing. She's obviously got a tasty forward. She's got that shove it on the way in. It's going to help. And she's been working on her push loops. The push loops might need a bit of work, but with the forecast we've got, it's going to be super strong. You might just end up getting blown around. Lena Erdl, obviously better known for her slalom, but she has been pushing in the waves. She says she wasn't getting on very well. I filmed her. Actually, I ended up filming her from the calf, and I saw her go around a push loop. I missed her best one, but she's starting to go around. Like I said, with the wind and waves we've got coming, could be interesting because she's got a mean bottom turn on her. So there's going to be loads of women in action this week. Like I said, they're all pushing hard. Nicole Bandini, obviously the Italian Stenter as well. There's so many to talk about, but they're all going to be pushing hard. And, well, we'll have to wait for the competition. That does start tomorrow. I'm going to definitely have to start editing pretty soon. I've got to mention everybody who's chipped in the beer money this week. Absolute legends, like I said. I can just remember off the top of my head, Dave White chipping in, the Whitey. Good to see he follows Windsurfing.TV, so big shout out to Dave White and hope his recovery's going well. Obviously, that nasty stroke he had in Mauritius. I think we're going to be doing a feature on Dave White in the not too distant future. I've got that planned. Marius as well. We've got to mention Marius from Black Roll. I think he chipped in a bit of beer money. Dave, we got another Dave up there. And we got Carol as well, who just chipped it in just before, actually. So, and obviously all the other legends, I can't mention everyone, but I'm going to put a list obviously on the side, or I probably already have. But like I said, it doesn't happen without you guys chipping in. Obviously, the more support we can get, the more I can get Alfie Hart involved, and I won't have to be like having all these late nights. But like I say, thanks again for that. We're going to leave you with a little bit of a look at the locals, because obviously the locals are ripping and a few of them are going massive. Omar Sanchez, I mean, he is the rocket man. He is the original rocket man. Yeah, he's had some big ones. Little Antwon, though, doing a one-footed rocket the other day. We've got to put this in. Yeah, the old one-footed rocket. Yeah, but I can say Omar going big forwards, big backies. He's going to be one to watch. Dario Hayder, new sponsorship. I kind of was actually wondering, who's this random bloke? Just on this different kit. He's on flight sales and flicker balls, something like that. And I was like, oh, he's pretty good. And then I realised someone actually told me it was Dario. I was like, oh, right, okay, that makes a bit more sense. We've got to mention Pablito. Pablito, check the 360 on this fella. Massive thing. Look at that. It's an absolute beast. Yeah, absolute beast. I mean, Aleix, I heard he hurt his rib the other day, but he's going to be competing. I mean, there's too many people to mention. If I haven't mentioned someone, it's not because I'm missing you out. I mean, I have mentioned Danny Bruce turned up the other day, for example, for one day, just blitzed it. I've seen push forwards, I've seen perfect doubles. He's obviously wave rides, he's 360s. I mean, Brucey, he's shining like a diamond. Yeah, okay, he's got new boards, obviously. But Danny Bruce is going to be one to watch. There's too many people to mention. I'm going to have to leave it there because this edit will just not happen. I'm not going to get any sailing. I'm not even going to get my gear down the beach. So, yeah, stay tuned to the competition this week. It's starting tomorrow. By the time I get this edit out, it'll probably be starting today. But, yes, stay tuned to the live stream. We've got live coming all week. The forecast for the first 2 days, tune in because it is going to go mental. Will those DuoTone balls help? Well, we'll have to wait and see. My tip, Brazinho. He looks calm this year. I've tried not to feature him because every year I big him up and he doesn't deliver. So shh, don't tell him, but I think he's going to be on. Let's wait and see.
Whoa!
Oh! Jesus!
When it jumps sideshow, if you don't go a bit into the
Oh! Again, thanks everyone for supporting the diaries. This might be the last Pozo training diary, but we're going to have Windsurfing.TV here in Pozo all week. Alfie Hart is coming over, so you know what to do. Yeah, he loves beer. He loves beer. You can help here. If you want to subscribe to the channel, click here. There's a globe. Just click on that. We want to get 10,000. We've got 8,500. And obviously, you can watch other episodes over here. You're all a bunch of legends. And thank you for tuning in and watching.